And on Halloween, we should do like a costumed episode. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes, we'll dress up.
Yeah.
Homemade.
Yeah.
Deal.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But should we tell each other?
No, no.
That's what I was gonna say too. Yeah.
So how many weeks do we have till Halloween? I don't know. We'll figure.
3 or 4, I think.
So do we have to figure out next week?
1, 2, 3.
No.
We have 3 to 4 weeks. Actually, Halloween's 4 weeks away.
Okay, so
it's
that's
not even
perfect.
October, so
That's
it's definitely
perfect.
4 weeks away. It's not even October yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Perfect. Hi. Welcome to Books and Babble.
Yes. Episode 9?
I believe so.
I think so. I think it's episode 9.
Mm-hmm.
But today we are doing something a little bit different.
Yes.
Yep.
We are working on the pre-orders.
Yep. Yes, we had Quinn J order over this morning, and Lost Wonders shipped us all of the stuff to make our pre-order kits and the stuff to make hers as well. So she brought hers with her, and we helped put together all of the envelopes for the pre-orders, and she had to go back home because she lives a couple hours away. So basically what we're gonna be doing while we talk is we're going to be tying the pre-order kits to the books.
Yes.
And then we still have to stuff our envelopes for underneath us.
Oh, so that is gonna have to be secret, or we'll cut out and then come back.
Wait, why?
Because they can't see what's inside the envelopes.
Oh yeah, we forgot to stuff them.
So we will figure that part out.
I forgot
we
this to be
start and come back.
That's
or
right.
something.
Yeah, because we don't want to spoil the.
Yeah, we
kits.
don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Because
That's true.
Like hers are all packaged up and
Yeah.
ready to go. Marked like open for you guys that are gonna get them. Like they'll say like open it chapter 3, open that, and
So cute.
yeah. And so what we're gonna do is right now we're just gonna attach those to the books, and then we have to stuff our envelopes.
Yeah.
And which we could maybe do secretly. We can.
I mean, we
got them pre-prepped, so.
Yeah.
True. But yeah.
Yeah, we could even put like boxes up
Well,
here.
we still have to write on the envelopes yet.
Oh,
on
true.
the chapters.
Yeah, we
and
still have a lot
stuff,
to
so
do.
We have a lot to do.
Yeah. Yeah. We started with Quinn J's since we knew she was on a time crunch today. So
Yes.
so we still have a little bit of work to do on our pre-order kits, but we're gonna do Books and Babble while we do this.
Yes. Yes.
So, what do you want to start with? I mean, we have our book discussion. We can either start with that, or do you want to start with like the
Let's start
what
with
we're
our
reading?
book discussion.
Okay.
Because we have not talked about this.
No.
We have read chapters 16 to the end of Life as We Knew It, and we finished it. So, what do you think?
Well, okay, first off, I have been saying from the beginning that I couldn't wait until they
Start upside down, I think.
How are we tying them?
Because
The same way that we tie the envelopes?
Yep.
Okay.
So if let's figure
Got it.
Yeah. We start upside down. Probably. Yeah. Okay. So what do you think of the ending?
got
Do
so
you
distracted.
like the ending of it?
Yeah, I wish that I had realized that it was so I went into it thinking that it was definitely going to be a series, and that it was going to be, this is part 1 and there's going to be a part 2 and a part 3 and a part 4. Come to find out that's not what happened. This wrapped up. So I kind of wish I had known that going into it.
A little tip. If I wrap them around a little bit, it makes it more secure. Before I do the tie.
I'll wrap it into the thing.
Yeah, I wrapped it around a little bit before I do the tie. That way they're kind of
I'm
not going to fall apart as easy.
I'm trying, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, I definitely wish that I had known that it was a one and done. Because I had a lot of expectations of what I thought the book was going to be, how it was going to end, and all that jazz, and then come to find out.
I don't think it's all one and done. Do you think so? I feel like they left. Well, you're right. There's not much of a cliffhanger, is there?
Oh, you don't know. If
Oh,
you read the
nice.
back of the next book, it's completely somebody else.
Wait.
Yeah, it's not Miranda and her family. It's somebody completely different.
I thought this is the same people.
Here. See, this is about... Oh, wait. Miranda and her two brothers spend the day... Wait, I'm so confused then. Because I actually read on, because I thought like we had already decided that we were going to read on.
Mm-hmm.
And on the Kindle, it was like, oh, read the first chapter of the next book. And I was like, okay, sure. And I read on and it wasn't about Miranda. So I assumed that Miranda's story was over. But I guess not, because now that I have the physical copy and I look, it does talk about Miranda in the description. So shoot, I was wrong. So wait, this is going to be another part of Miranda's story.
It better be.
Interesting. So I was totally confused.
Okay, so now we know we get a different person's perspective.
Sorry, spoiler. Chapter 1 of the next book is somebody else.
Well,
yeah, because that's why I was disappointed, because I was like, if it was a one and done, I was like, okay, it was done well, but I wish I would have known that. But honestly, now that I know that it's not...
I might do this and then just tape it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just like what you're doing. The first one I did a double loop, like I did it across the back too.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Oops, this book came undone.
I'm just gonna do this and tape it.
Whatever's easiest for you. I don't know.
We'll literally use less too, because I don't know how much we have, because I'm almost completely out. So if we do that and tape it, it'll hold it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Only do one.
Yeah, you think?
Do you think? Well, I guess the question is, do you feel like it'll hold it? Because like this feels pretty sturdy, you know.
Yeah, I wonder if I should.
We could switch from the thick and use some of the thin stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't know if we might have enough.
Well, we can just use up the thick stuff, and then when we use it up, we just we'll use the thin stuff.
Exactly.
We'll use whatever they gave us. we got boxes of like all of this stuff, and so did Quinjay, and so we basically and we helped Lost Wonders like pick out what we wanted, because that was our job. Was they allowed us to pick the pre-order kits and the items in the pre-order kit. And then they ordered and shipped them to us. So, but we have a lot, but it came with a lot of stuff. It came with a lot of little pieces that we had to put together. So, sometimes you just have to make do with what you got.
Yes.
So.
Okay, so
now that I know that it's not a one and done,
okay,
I'm disappointed.
Why are you disappointed?
I'm disappointed because I thought it ended super... Where's it gonna go now? I mean, electricity's coming back on. They were all sick, but then they all got better. Like, now what? You know, like, I don't know. I thought that as a one and done standalone book. First off, I was shocked. But then, which I was wrong about anyways, but I was shocked to find that out. And then on top of that, I thought, what a good ending though, because everybody lived, which isn't, you know, not entirely my cup of tea usually. But I thought, you know what, okay, this was a good story. It was literally just a story about Miranda and her family, like, trying to miraculously survive this apocalyptic world. And, and I thought that it was really well done. I was like, wow, this was a really great ending to the story. Like, everybody got to live, electricity came back on, they got food in the end. Like, I just thought, wow, like, what a great story. But now that I know that it's not over, I'm like, well, where are they gonna go from here? Because she left off to where nothing else, like, what else that's bad is going to happen? Because, like, the moon getting closer is what started all of this. It's like, well, okay, well, they survived all of that already. So it's like, well, now how, like, basically you look at that book and you see that it's physically darker in color, right? Like, you can see, like, oh, there's bad times ahead. But I don't think that, I just don't know where they would go from here to make it that much darker. Like, things are on the up and up for them. So how is it gonna go from, oh, we're all good, we have food, electricity, like everything's fine, to the, this world we live in and it's even darker, I'm just like, I'm confused as to how she's gonna do that. So
That's true.
So that's like why I think that I wasn't super happy with the ending now that I know. Now that I know that it's not just a standalone, because
I feel like I like the ending because, like, Peter did die. So there's your
a
death.
side character.
He helped them, though. Just stick it aside and then we'll put it back on after.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So that way we know.
Put it on after, gotcha.
Yeah. But, like, he helped. He was more than, I feel like he was a good one, so. I liked Peter.
I liked Peter too,
And,
for sure.
like,
I just think his death wasn't like.
How did you feel like as far as Miranda's growth in the book? I feel like she grew up a lot. I
Yeah.
love the way, like, they made sure to say, like, this is the best Christmas ever. This is the best birthday ever.
Yeah.
Because they really got truly what it was meant for.
Yeah.
Was the family.
I will say I definitely enjoyed like the Christmas scene, the chapter scene, I guess it's book, the chapter where like they all spent their Christmas giving each other gifts when, Miranda was like so excited because she's like, oh no, I know that nobody else is gonna have gifts, and so I'm excited to be able to, share the gifts with them so everybody would have a sense of a real Christmas, and everybody else had gifts too, and it was like this moment of like everybody, they found these like simple small things that they held on to over the months, knowing that these like simple small things would just mean so much to everybody.
Yes.
Oh, I put the sticker back on that.
And I felt like
Is that the last one?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I need your little white one
Oh,
because I ran out. So this one will have white and pink. But like, yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that. I feel like that was really nice in the
Yeah.
book. That was a good,
yeah, that was super nice.
a good take on it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I mean, knowing that the book is not just going to be one standalone, I would have preferred it to end on a cliffhanger, because it makes me think that how is it going to get so much worse that's going to keep me interested now? To me, they've been through the ringer. They've starved. They've been frozen. They've, lost contact with people. They didn't have electricity. There was, they've lost so many people. It's like, okay, well now what? Like, what else can you add to it that's going to make it more interesting?
Yeah.
So
No,
I'm curious to see where it goes now that I know that it's continuing. Although I will say, although I'm not a fan of the ending at this point now, I am glad that I know that it's going to continue with Miranda, because I did get invested in the character, so I am glad to know that it will be continuing.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm glad too. I'm happy with it.
yeah,
I really liked it. I like the thing. I like how much. I like Matt's struggle too. I feel like he was a strong character, and the fact that he was able to get sick and still show strength and regrow through that. Like, I love that. Like, he's not just strong, he's gonna get sick and barrel on.
yeah.
I love how they made him strong and humanized. Like, of course, he's a human, I guess, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work to get there.
Yeah.
So, I loved how they did that.
I have stuff to add to that, but should we pause to
Do a switch out?
start
can.
ours? Okay.
And I need a night pen. Okay, you can hit record if you'd like.
Oh, I never stopped. I just figured I'd cut it out. Yeah.
All right, here's my pen.
So,
Oh, you had something else to say.
yeah, so you were talking about Matt, and I also really enjoyed that the struggle that he had, because I really like the fact how he was so frustrated and had to literally try and figure out how to climb the stairs again, saying like, oh, I'm so frustrated I can't even climb to the top of the stairs, saying, oh, I made it up 6 steps today. Like, that was a big thing for him, and I really liked that struggle too. So I'm glad that that's something that you enjoyed as well, because I was like, okay, this is good, this is realistic. Like, oh, here he is, like, probably I know they kept saying, oh, Johnny's the strongest, but Matt's older than him, like, and Matt's like also in shape. So I was like, oh, out of everybody, I think Matt's probably the strongest. And the fact that he was like brought down that level where he like couldn't just like, he struggled to like just walk up a few stairs.
And I also like the fact that she was like, at one point, here Johnny's the one getting food and he's the one sick.
Right, yeah. I thought that was funny too. Like
and what do you think about like she's saying like, I don't want to be the last one to die, you know? And but I love when she said that two things, like she wishes, like she doesn't want her mom to go first.
Yes.
She wants her mom to go first, so her mom doesn't have to see the children dead and gone. I love that. I love the fact that she was in the end going to sacrifice herself, walk to town when it was going to be really hard, and got food for them. That was wonderful. And I did catch the snippet of her trying to rip animal meat off of the ribs to eat it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I think, so that part was really interesting because I thought like.
Are you writing the name on it too?
No, but I can.
I am just in case.
Yeah.
But I don't know, can you sure. We have the thing.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah.
I thought that was really interesting, and because it definitely, at first when she started talking about like, oh, I basically want to go sacrifice, I'm basically going to sacrifice myself. I know that I'm not going to make it back, and I know like, you know, saying, you know, I don't have the energy to make it back. It's too cold. Like I'm too weak and all the stuff. And she ended up leaving. She said goodbye to Matt and everything. And at first I was like, oh wow, like that seems a little sudden. And then I started thinking about like, oh, they really don't have, and they kind of started talking more about how they really just don't have any more food. And they basically were saying, oh, over the course of the next few weeks, they're going to have enough food for like only Johnny and Matt to eat for the next 2 weeks, and then that's it. And so they basically like got to the point to where she didn't have anything else to eat. So I was like, okay, well that's
the one thing I don't understand
is how they chose which kids to.
Well, no.
Oh, okay, because I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah, like I don't understand is how they got the flu to begin with. They were isolating.
Yeah, I
mean,
they
didn't go anywhere.
That's fair.
How are you gonna catch the flu if you're not around people? Right?
Right. Yeah, that's true. They had already been like in the house.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I thought it was I find it very difficult to like do 2 tests at one time apparently, because I'm like trying to focus so hard on writing. And I find myself like trailing off my words, my thoughts. So but I thought it was very interesting how they chose like which kid.
Thank you for sticking with us through this.
Yeah, if you're still watching.
Okay, we can also move on. Hold on, because we can do what we're reading.
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I still have things to say.
Okay, you keep saying.
So I just like find it hard to like focus on this and talk at the same time.
Yes.
But so I thought it was very interesting how they figured out like who the last of the food goes to. You know, because I thought about like, oh, if it was in our family and we were all like living under one roof, and it came down to like, oh, only one person has enough food for the next week, and then everybody's out. Who do we choose? I mean, I feel like what I would have done, and I don't know if this.
I am not choosing. You're not putting me in that situation.
No, I just don't know why there had to be a decision made, and I don't know if that's just like me being naive or something. But if it was my family, I feel like what I would have done is just been like,
separate it and good luck.
Yeah, I would have just been like, everybody gets an equal share from the beginning. I would have been like, everybody gets an equal share, equal portions. You get X amount of meals. Once you eat it, you're done. Sorry. Like,
well, to me,
I'm so confused. It makes no sense.
I mean, yeah, I see the sense of you can carry on, but he's the youngest, and that's a lot to deal with, would be the death of the siblings and the parent and all that. Like, so I feel like you're saying you can live longer, but you have to deal with our deaths and dealing with our bodies and stuff like that. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And figure out, like, onward from there, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely.
Yeah, and also that's actually a really good point too, because you know they basically collectively nominated Johnny to be the person to live on and the person who's strong enough to, you know, outlive them all, and he gets all the food in the end. But yeah, he's also the only one who, like, when Miss Nesbitt died, was like, oh, I don't want to see the body. Like, he was the one who was like kind of a wuss, and I know he's like a child and he's younger. But it's like, okay, you're being elected to be the only one to live. And also they were allowing him to eat. This was the other thing that bothered me, is she was only eating like one meal a day. And same with Matt and the mom, but yet.
Is that how you spell it? Henry?
Yeah.
Okay. It just doesn't look right. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I scribbled it. Yeah, I scribbled it weird on there. But no, I thought it was weird. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Did I do it again?
No, you didn't do it again. They were handed to me upside down, so we got a couple upside down.
Oh, well, that's good because there's a couple extra. So.
Okay.
Because remember, I stamped of that pile. I stamped a few extra. Oh my gosh, are they upside down?
No, it's all good. It
Okay.
looks like they're just a little different. Some of them are, but as long as I don't write on them upside down, the stamps don't matter.
Back when Quinn was here,
Okay.
I was helping her stamp some of her envelopes, and I stamped one of her piles upside down. So,
well, some of these, the foot are on top, and some of them, the foot are on the bottom, but they look very cool either way.
no, those are upside down.
They look cool because the person's walking down. I wouldn't redo these.
Are they all messed up?
No. No, that's
Okay,
these
just
two,
those two.
I wrote on upside down then. I wrote on those ones upside down, that's all.
But I stamped those upside down.
They still look cute. To me that's not upside down. That could be normal. I thought, yeah. To me that's perfect.
All right, next time we do this, somebody else is stamping all the envelopes. Because
I think you did a wonderful job stamping, so.
It also was hard too, because it's hard now to like write on the envelopes because we're doing books and Babble. And then earlier I was so distracted because like we never get to see Quinn in person. And so I was so distracted when she was here too that when we were all stamping the envelopes together, I think I was just like, like I said, it's a little hard for me to like really focus on, you know, a bunch of things going on at one time.
And there was a bunch of things going on.
Yeah.
We were doing a lot.
We were talking about so many things. Yeah. Okay,
Is there anything else you want to talk about the book?
Yes, I thought the Christmas gift where she gave her mom chocolate after the chocolate chip incident,
and they laughed about it.
And they thought they laughed. Yeah. They thought it was so funny. I was like, oh, that really got me. I thought that was great. I thought that was super interesting. And I will say that when I thought, before I wrongly thought that this was a standalone book.
Which I am so glad it's not a standalone.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad it's not, but it does make me hate the ending though. But
I loved it. Because it's still not completely happy. They are still stuck.
But
They're
it's just so much
a
better
temporary fix. Well, yeah, because they were dying. Like, they were dead.
Yeah, that's the point though. I feel like that's the point of the story. So it doesn't, honestly, I'm excited to read on because I like Miranda and her family, but it doesn't make me super excited about the storyline. Because I'm like, literally what else is going to happen that's going to be just as interesting or even more interesting than the first book? Everything is on the up and up now.
That's true.
I mean, now what? So,
There's still going to be
We
a
will
lot
see.
of trouble in time frame.
Probably. I hope so. I mean, we'll see where it goes. I am excited to read the second one. Yeah, I'm excited to read the second one. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to talk about with the book. Oh yeah, so we've pretty much on and off talked about the maturity level of Miranda, and I have gone back and forth being like, oh, there are some times where I feel like she's very mature and there are some where I feel like she's not. And there was a chapter where I just fully thought that it like just really showed her maturity. And I think after that point, every other chapter in the book was like, she was very mature after that. And it was when everybody got sick and she had to take care of everybody. And then in the midst of all that, this got me because I think throughout the book, I hate to say this, but I think a lot of the stuff's been pretty predictable. Like, it's a very easy read. Nothing has like really stood out of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. Except I will say that the fire caught me off guard when like the water was dripping into the into the fireplace. And
that was
so good. And she like woke up to all the smoke and she had to like try and get everybody moved and because everybody was sick. And that one I thought was super interesting because I loved the fact that like I felt like for the first time in the whole book, I felt like she fully stepped up to the plate. Whereas I feel like sometimes she really did not. And I know that has to do with her maturity. But so for me, that was really great because I feel like I had wanted that the whole book. I was waiting for her to step up and be, she's a teenager, but she's close to being an adult. It's the end of the world, grow up. And I feel like I've been waiting for that. And that was the chapter for me where I was like, okay, good. Like she is stepping up and she's doing what she needs to do to take care of the family. Whereas before I feel like she would just kind of moan and complain about everything. When she was asked to do the laundry and things like that, she would get all, huffy. And, but then when it came down to like brass tacks, okay, she stepped up and she took care of everybody. And, she basically saved everybody's life in the end. So
yes.
But multiple ways, by taking care of them when they were sick and by venturing out, to basically end her life, but doing it out of the house so that way the mom didn't have to find her body. She was like, it's better for me just to die. I'm gonna die, so it's better for me just to die away from the house. And then she ends up finding the food and bringing that back. So I just thought it was like, wow, she like really matured in the end for me. So I really liked her character growth throughout it, and I liked where it ended for her. I don't know, I just wish there was some kind of cliffhanger. I wish there was some kind of I wish I had some idea of where the second book was gonna go. So because to me, I'm like, okay, everything's going great for them, so how is it gonna be even worse than the first one? Yes. So I'll be curious to see where it goes. So
that's true. Then next time, how
much are we gonna read for next week's Books and Babble?
Next week's Book and Babble, we will start reading This World We Live In, and it is a shorter book, or it appears to be shorter. It is 240 pages.
Oh yeah.
Should we break this up in 3 or 2?
I'm good with 2.
You want to do it in 2?
Yeah, let's just do 2. Because that's like, 120 pages a week. So
then we can read the first 10 chapters and then finish it after that, because it looks like that's 10 chapters and then 18. So yeah, the chapters are awfully long. So we can read the first 10 chapters. That leads 117.
That's like half the book.
That's like half the book.
Oh, yeah. Because it's short. So
we can read up to chapter 10.
Yes. So up to 10. Got
it. Up to 10. I'm going to put a bookmark in there because
we always forget.
I forget. It is horrible, but I forget what we're supposed to read up to.
Yeah.
And this one I'm definitely going to try to stick to it.
Me too.
I'm going to try to stick to it.
All right. I have to pee, and then you want to stuff the envelopes?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they look...
Just bumped into that. Oops.
Okay, so this foot goes first.
All right. So
Left foot, right foot, feet. How many feet do you need? Alright. We're just gonna keep this out of the camera.
I mean, do we want to try to be discreet and see if we can?
Yeah, well, we'll have to move it up.
Oh yeah, we can tilt it up.
Because we don't want to ruin this for anybody.
There, is that better? Can you see the ground?
No.
Or the ground? I meant the table.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. So let's do it higher up.
My stamp.
Oh, I
turned
have
out.
it crooked. Oops. I hope it hasn't been crooked the whole time.
Okay.
All right, so they can't see what we're doing.
No,
Okay.
and that way we have the exact same amount of all of them.
Okay.
Because I don't want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because same with the ravine has
Oh,
the same amount. So,
are we doing the same?
I'm gonna have to look at that real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same stickers on the back?
Or
are we doing?
yes, there's
They were
some
the
in there. There's like they end up being, I think they're exactly the same as the other ones, but they're very similar if not.
Okay.
And boy, that does not want to fit in there. Okay, you know what? I don't think these came in there.
No, they didn't. They came in the plastic one.
So much stuff. Like, you don't realize.
My chair just slid so far.
Good thing we moved the kitty. I bet she moved. She was sitting like right there. She would have.
Okay.
Okay.
So, if this view annoys you because there's a bunch of stuff up there,
Oh. Okay. We had a tree company come out to like look because we planted trees right behind the house and we didn't realize that the septic tank runs one way. We thought it went one way and it runs the other way. So we planted the trees in the septic tank, like right on top. So we had a guy come out and anyway, it was stuff on that is coming in, that's all. A tree out front is now sick from bugs.
that's not good.
No, it's our linden tree, the big one out there.
Yeah.
I like that one, the one out
Right.
in the middle of the yard. So that is what I'm getting. I'm getting spam now. Right now. I know that is weird. Let me take that out. But
I think these envelopes, I think we picked all like good stuff. What's wrong?
the recommendation is to move it. Okay, whatever. It is what it is, right? We can't. Oh, I never got a rest of the video of all of them together. That's okay. I'll go through and do it later. That's
What?
okay. Okay.
I don't know what's going
I
on.
wanted to take like make a TikTok of it like grouped all together. And I did the one video when Quinn J was here and we got done with all the envelopes, but I never took a video of us tied them with the book, like the book set.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'll pull them out and do them. But.
Oh, oops, I tripped one of the stickers. Oops. Okay, so, so we already talked about our book discussion book, but should we talk about our current reads? Because that's usually a segment that we've been doing lately
Yes.
that I've really been enjoying.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'll let you
Okay.
go.
Well, I still haven't read any more in A Darker Shade of Magic because I am reading.
Hold on, this is loud. You might want to edit.
Okay.
Because
I'm
so loud.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm reading Bright Sword. And that I am about 250 pages in, so I'm getting close to halfway done with that one. It's like 600 plus pages, I think, for the book, so it's going to take me a while to finish, but I'm almost halfway through, and I'm still loving that one. It's really keeping me captivated. So...
And I started it.
Oh, that's right.
Well.
Yeah. I convinced you to start it. So, what do you think so far?
I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really, really liking it.
Okay.
I also, this week, I'm starting that and I'm enjoying it.
Yep.
I was reading, I'm gonna have to get it because I don't remember the name of it.
Did you read like the paperback or did you read?
I have the paperback, but I listened to it in Audible, and
Gotcha.
I did not care for it as much as I wanted to.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah. Hold on.
I have no idea what book she's getting right now.
The
one?
City of Stardust. And
Oh, yeah.
I may give this a go again, but I feel like I had a hard time keeping involved in it, and it is a good book. I don't want to say don't read it. I want to give it a go again.
Yeah.
And try again. I feel like the other book just captivated me more, and I ended up giving up on Smother Moths. And the reason is she finished it first, and she said that you don't get a lot of closure on stuff, and that's kind of disappointing because I wanted closure on some of it.
Yeah, she basically...
I got that you don't know who the murderer is at the end, and I could deal with that, but I feel like it was totally open-ended questions after question after question, and I did not enjoy that.
Yeah.
So I figured I would just stop and read the other book, and I also finished The Bones Beneath the Skin, I think is what it is, by TJ Klune. So I'm reading this one, and right now it's currently this one, and it's currently the one, Bright Sword, that she's got me reading, and I'm very happy with those. So
yeah, I'm very much enjoying the Bright Sword. It's keeping me very interested.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that I am going to really enjoy his trilogy because I know he's got the trilogy.
Which we did order the Magician's trilogy, and we're excited because we're both going to be starting that one as well.
Yes.
So
very excited to start that one because I really am enjoying his writing style.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But I also have been reading the second book in the Burning Witch.
I love that series.
Yes,
That is just the cutest series. If you cozy fantasy with and it's neat because it's the first one I think we followed this many books for one
this
family.
long.
Yeah. Which is really neat.
Yeah, the fact that you can still be interested in the people and in the family and the setting after this many books and still care about them the way that we do is amazing.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's just really cute. So I'm really happy with it. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah. I will say that I think this is getting better, I think, for me.
The last book in the trilogy, well, it is. It's actually the Burning Witch 3.
Yeah.
Is she branches it off. But that's my favorite. So out of I think almost all of them, I laughed so much during that one. So
it is not my favorite out of all of the House Witch ones. But I am really. We usually don't talk this much in depth about our current reads. So if you, I don't want to give spoilers. So I'm going to keep it very vague. But if you don't want to hear anything about the current reads, we're talking, going more in depth on them, then like, I don't know, skip ahead or something. But I will say the reason that I've kind of been, since the Burning Witch started, I've been like, okay, it's not my favorite compared to some of the other ones, is because of, I felt like Kat was just a little immature for my taste, where I just felt like because I know where she came from and we know her parents so well and everything, that I felt like she should have been just a little bit more like, I don't know, a little bit more like Finn, I suppose. And so when she has like her,
how are you getting these stickers to stay stuck? They're not sticking. Are they sticking on yours?
yeah. Is there
They keep popping open.
oh really? Well, I mean, let me check the backs of mine.
Maybe it's because I got a book.
Oh, well, they're all gonna be, oh, okay, yeah. Well, I don't know. It must be this new pack.
tape over it.
To keep it closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
How about? Yeah, because I don't think we can peel
I
them
only
off.
have like 5 left. So
Okay, we can peel them off. How about we put a piece of tape and then we put this over it as a decorative piece so they don't see the tape.
Okay.
Let's
do it.
And then we get tape.
Let's do it. I'm gonna keep talking while you grab tape.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've always just had a little bit of a problem with her immaturity just because I felt like, yes, Finn also got into these crazy situations that were really funny. I felt like hers were always a little selfish and a little like childish compared to some of the things that he got involved in. But I will say that in this, so that was my problem with the first Burning Witch. But now with I'm on the second one and I'm over halfway through the second. I'm on 60% of the way done. And I think that just like very recently in the storyline, I've gotten very like I really like Kat's character and where she's ended up and the things that have happened have just really, in the way that she's responded to everything, has just really made me want to.
Hold on, I got other stickers.
Okay. Has just really made me want to keep reading. So I was really excited about that because I absolutely loved 5-starred the House Witch, House Witch 1, House Witch 2, House Witch 3, and the Princess of Potential. So when I got to this one, I was definitely a little bit disappointed where it just, for me, it was just not as good as the others just because of Kat's character. So I was very thrilled with the fact that this one, as of the last like 10-20% of the book for me, has just gotten a lot better because now I'm like very much a Kat fan. Although I will say,
Works.
not gonna give like anything away, but her, but Pina, I just wish was in there a lot more. And I think,
love Pina.
I know, and I think that eventually she will be. I just think like we haven't gotten there because Kraken was like such a big, like he you know, played such a role in the first 3 books, and like everyone's still like, when you hear Kraken now, everyone says, oh, Kraken, you know, because, you know, it's such a powerful political figure.
I know. So awesome.
And so I'm waiting for, and even Kat says too, like, oh, I'm waiting for that connection with Tina to get to where, like,
I can talk.
Kraken,
to her.
yeah,
I
exactly,
understand
just
it.
like Kraken.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to see if that's gonna happen, and if so, when. But that's also one thing I hope will happen, is I hope that she ends up getting, I hope that Pina ends up becoming like a bigger part of it, which I do expect that to happen. But yeah, so I am about 60% of the way through, so I'm very excited to see where it goes. And I'm, like I said, I'm very much like more into the main character than I was originally for the first book, so I'm very excited. I also really enjoy Voucher. He's become more of a prominent character in this book as well, and I really I've grown to really like his character as well.
Yeah.
So I just think lately in the story, for me, in those last 10-20% that I've read, I think it just really, like, all the characters I was like, I'm not quite sure, really like became favorites of mine. So but okay, so what are we using for stickers for this? Because I am ready to stick them.
and I think they look pretty good. Okay, we're putting this down first, and then one of these on top.
She just stuck this to my finger.
Oh no, it's too sticky.
No, go ahead.
I don't want to get it on your hair.
I think I'll be fine.
It's sticky. It is sticky.
Could you imagine if I just could never get it off? Every Books and Babble from now on, I'm gonna have a sticker. Oh yeah, that looks good.
As a child, and I apologized to her recently. Oh,
what?
wait. You look silly. That's better.
Oh, that's better. Yep.
You gotta have
Gotta
gold.
be.
You are gold.
That's the one I just did.
Oh,
That's
you're
my
awesome.
file.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I didn't forget one over there. Okay, but as a child, she had an American Girl hairbrush,
Yeah, I did.
like a little doll hairbrush, and she tried brushing her hair with it. And
My actual hair, it was made only for dolls.
yeah, because it was like really
Can I have
not.
some of these?
Yeah, yeah. And so she came up, and I got the cutest picture, and it was knotted up to like her hair, and we laughed so hard, and we got it out. It took a long time.
Also, this was when I was a child.
Yes,
so,
you were.
Okay, I just want to make sure that people don't think this was like yesterday.
No. You were
Okay.
you were a child, and so we had to get this out of her hair, and we laughed so hard because it was so cute. It was adorable. It made the cutest photo, and in the photo she's all like fun. But I recently got my hair stuck in a dual air blower. And I had the machine, the air blower, up to my head because my hair was like in the machine. And luckily, your dad was there to help me get it out because I was like, it was stuck. And I was just like, I called her and I was like, I am sorry that we laughed at you because that was not funny. Like, you had a sense of humor, you laughed too, but that had to be like not fun at all. So I owed her an apology for
I think I also am the type of person to where like, if I'm the person in the universe who has to go around with a hairbrush stuck in their hair for the rest of their days, like, I'm fine with that. I don't care what I look like. I don't care like really like what other people think. Like, I'm just out here doing my own thing, and like, so I think like I've like, even as a kid with that hairbrush stuck in my hair, I was like, well, this is just how it is from now on. This is just how it is.
I used to get in trouble at school from their teachers saying, can you please tone down their hairstyles?
Oh yeah,
because like we had a hairstyle book. And you guys would be able to sit and pick out what hairstyle you wanted. So like sometimes they'd have like two like little braided buns. Sometimes I'm trying to keep them separate. I got some of your other ones.
Oh yeah, somebody else like, why do we only have half?
That's why I'm pulling these aside.
Are we doing these on these two?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah, see they're popping open.
Got it.
So these come right off and then we can put that back on.
Got it. Let's do it.
Because we don't want them popping open on them.
Yeah, for
see
sure.
These, for some reason they stuck on the envelopes, but they're just not sticking on these.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, we had a binder that had
I still have them somewhere.
Do you really? That's so funny. It had pictures of different hairstyles that my mom could do. And so every day before school, because she would do our hair, we got to go through the binder and pick out what hairstyle we wanted that day for her to do. And they were like fancy too. Yeah, like it was not just like, oh, a ponytail, or like it was like all fancy braids and like
a
clips and
ponytail
stuff.
with clips of a heart. We would separate the hair and do like a heart in the
Shapes
back
and stuff. Yeah. So fancy, and everybody always was like, so like everybody at school always wanted my mom to do their hair too. Like everybody was so jealous because I had like all in like for. What else did we do? I did those. I have to do these ones. And for like Halloween and stuff. Oh my gosh, people like there was that one year that we did like the Cindy Lou Who look with the bottle.
I have some of those too, because I think that's all we got left.
Yep. Yeah. Do you remember the Cindy Lou Who
Oh
Halloween?
my gosh, yes.
It was so cool.
We put water bottles in your hair.
Yeah, water bottles and then my hair around it. It was so cute, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, how did you do that? And most of the time when people would ask me those questions, because I would get them, my answer was always the same, because my answer was always, I don't know, I didn't do it. Like, I didn't, how am I supposed to know? Like, it's not, one, I didn't do it, and two, it's not like I watched her do it. Like, I'm facing forward when she's standing behind me doing it. So it's like, when people are like, oh my God, how did you get the braids like that? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I was just standing forward. She stood behind me and did it. Like,
We
I
had
don't know.
tackle boxes with hair stuff.
All the
in
clips
it.
and everything.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
had it organized, like all the little containers had it. I recommend that. The tackle boxes were amazing for that.
Yeah. I need one more. Oh, and I can move this back down. There. That's better. Okay.
Boy, these scissors just suck. I need to sharpen them. Yeah, I know. They're kind of
Okay.
We don't want to get them mixed up.
Yeah, exactly.
All
Okay.
right. So.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh, jingle jinglies. I think this is like the easiest ones we've done so far. Like the envelopes are just like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think like ours compared to some of like Quinjay's items too. Like the things that she chose were a little bulkier.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like it makes it a little bit easier.
Even the curse, this is easier than the curse. I think this one's the easiest.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. Wow. Nice.
Maybe we're becoming experienced.
No. No. No, not at all.
It could happen.
The fact that we've been going at this for like 4 hours, I'm like,
4, 5.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, 5 hours. I mean, but who's counting? No, it's
You're lucky these envelopes aren't stuffed with anything really hard.
So funny. Oh man.
Are you doing a bow?
I did, but it looks really ugly. But that's okay. It's tied together, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. What should we talk about? Oh, you put up your Halloween decorations.
I did.
That's like a
And
very
we have
exciting
the
thing.
Pumpkin. This
Yeah.
pumpkin is how old? We were trying to figure out
Very
how
old.
old.
Yeah.
Probably is. Oh, how about our Halloween tradition? Every year on Halloween, and then we actually did this last year, and I love it, and I watched it, and I cried.
What are you talking about?
Okay,
Which
we
one?
have Halloween books. We have
Oh,
We
yeah. Okay.
books for holidays. We have holiday books. Duh, we have holiday books. And they're kid books. But every year, like especially Halloween, we would sit around in the dark with just like our little fancy things on and a candle lit, and we would read Halloween books. And since like people have moved out of the home in a way, last year we decided we were still going to
Not in a
read
way,
book.
by the way. All of us have moved out.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna turn that.
But like, we voted on which book. You know, we did a family vote which book we're going to do, and then everybody got to read a page out of the book, and it's
In video
amazing.
form,
In
yeah.
video form.
Yeah.
And then we put it together, so we got to read. So we have a family book, that we did,
Yeah.
and it was the Spider and the Fly,
Yep.
and literally, it was amazing. It was amazing.
I feel like it's not as good as you think it is.
No, like seriously, it's a way to keep family together and to look back on it it was great. Everybody read their own pages. Some people had like music on in the background. Some people just did like in front of their Halloween decorations. Some people just went in a closet where it was kind of spooky. And we all did it like spooky thing, and everybody had their own page to read. And then at the end, like we put it together, and we all had a video of us reading a book together. And I literally cried. I like watched it a couple weeks ago, and yeah, I cried, but I loved it. Yeah.
No, it's a great idea. It's also a great idea considering like, you know, everybody except for me lives out of state, so like, it's nice to like have a one set film where like we're all kind of together.
That's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like I feel like, you know, reading holiday books.
And there are so many cute holiday books from when we were younger. I mean, obviously we like reading and have our entire life. And so growing up, we just had like, always had like the cutest holiday books to read. And there it goes. And we always had favorites too. Like I just still remember like all of my Christmas favorites and my Halloween favorites, and it was always so fun to like every single year pull out the holiday books around Halloween and around Christmas time and read the, like, even when we were older too, like even when we were like middle school, even though they were like picture books, we were still like got into like sitting around together and reading the books out loud as a family. So fun, because there are so many adorable ones.
I miss it so much. And then like at Christmas time, you know, when the kids were younger, we would read Santa Paws.
Yeah, the chapter books. Yeah,
like little chapter
those were so
books.
good.
So
yeah, those were awesome.
Books are so important.
I know. Yeah.
They're so important and so just truly amazing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know how people like, I don't know, because I knew so many people growing up who like we would always read as a family. Like we always read like
we
the
tried
picture
to
books,
read
and then we would read
book
chapter books together. Yeah. And then you and I went off and did the book club when I was in middle school, and then that kind of sparked like a further interest in like, you know, young adult books. And and but there were so many people I knew growing up who like didn't read. I'm like, so what did you do? like what did you do? I'm so confused. Like,
I feel like, and whoever gets this one, I'm sorry, you're definitely gonna have to cut it. Like, wow. It is.
I feel like if anybody gets one of these and they watch this, they're not going to be like surprised. Also, I feel like we're both a little bit, because we've been doing this for over 5 hours at this point. So I do feel like, can I have one more? Oh, you already got them.
I got it for you.
Perfect. Last one, yay. I do feel like, at least I don't know about you, but I do feel a little bit like delirious and slap happy. Like definitely need a break.
Do you remember like the chapter books we read together as a family? We would do like a couple chapters a day out loud, and then sometimes we took turns reading as well. Like somebody would read the couple chapters, and then the other person would read a couple chapters next time.
Yep.
And out of them that we read together, we read the Molly Moon. We read a lot of good series. Molly Moon was cute. Stargirl. There was quite a few good ones.
I forgot about Stargirl. See, this is why I like books and Babble, is that I think that, like right now we're reading a book that we read, you know, and so I like the idea of having like the books and Babble books be, or like for the book discussion, have it be books that, you know, we've already touched before. Books that, because there are so many books that we read that I want to reread. And it would be so fun to reread together, and then like to have other people be able to join us, and you know, especially if they haven't read it before, then they can know, oh well, it's a book that's been special to us because we read it before. So going back to talk about it again and then having other people get involved is like such a special thing. So cool. Yeah, because I would love to reread Stargirl. I would love to reread like Molly Moon. Maybe for the holiday we could do a Star Paws edition. Like that would be really cool. Like I'd love to reread all of those because yes, they're young for younger audiences, but one, it makes it a fun, quick read because it's a book discussion. We're not trying to get. I mean, we already tried the Wuthering Heights thing. That was a little. I'm not a classical person. Like I don't want to dive that deep. So
I feel like a book like that needs like Wuthering Heights. We didn't do it justice because it almost needs to be read all the way through and it needs to be picked through. Like I feel like classics because there's so much elements that go into it. You got to put the time, like the time year that it was written. You know.
Yeah.
It's not written in this day of age and different things. So I feel like there's a lot of that to unpack and talk about.
Yeah.
So
unpack it in the garbage can because I don't want it. I am gonna go home now.
Okay.
I am so glad we got to see Quinn. That was really fun. She's always such a treat. This was only the second time, and I think we've already announced, right? Because I know that Lost Wonder said like we can start talking about it, but we did announce, right?
I think
did we already or did we not?
We did do a quick announcement, and I think
I was
she
gonna ask Quinn,
as
and
well.
I forgot. Yeah, because I think she already did.
Yeah, just one, but it's been a bit. So.
Well, we're working on a joint project with her.
Yes.
So it was really great to see her for a second time because we've been talking online because we signed a contract with Lost Wonders to do a like a joint piece that's coming out in 1 year.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool to kind of talk about that because that's something that we've been working on our own. She's been working on her half. And we've been kind of interacting online, but that was really cool to like be in person together to be able to talk about it because that's the project that we're also working on right now. So
yes, very nice.
That was fun, and these are so cool. I am very excited. The kits look so cool. They look awesome. I think people are really gonna enjoy them.
Yep. So these are the underneath ones.
Yes.
Underneath us.
These are ours, and then you already saw Quinn Jay's.
Yep.
But so cute. Okay, I'm ready.
Alrighty. She's gonna head home and we'll say goodbye. Thank you for rapping with us and dealing with us. And we really appreciate it. And next time will be a normal version of us reading half of that book up to chapter 10.
Yep, up to chapter 10.
First 9 chapters.
Yes, and we're gonna get it right this time.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, that's another Babble about books.
Yes.
All right.